Hello, everybody. My name is Thornton Moo, and I am presenting my tech talk today on computer gaming in medical modeling and simulation, and in particular, its role within resuscitative skills training. The agenda for my tech talk will include a quick overview and definition of computer gaming, and how it relates to simulation. I'll also review some of the current applications of computer gaming in resuscitation training and close it out with a quick discussion about potential future directions for computer gaming in simulation, particularly as it applies to resuscitation training. So first off, a quick definition. Serious games, as defined by Bergeron, is that it is an interactive computer application with or without significant hardware components created for the purpose of imparting knowledge or skills, and which incorporate an element of scoring, as well as challenging goals and engaging design. Computer games incorporate text, sounds, and images into a game that allows learners to select clarifying questions, make decisions, and see the results of those decisions. Additionally, students can use their computer mouse and/or keyboard keys to perform certain skills, such as chest compressions, where the speed of the compressions correspond with the input frequency. Computer games are available through the internet and thus available presumably 24 hours a day. However, viewing and playing a game on a computer screen means that there is no ability to quote-unquote touch the patient, thus limiting a component of procedural training. There are some assumptions with regard to computer gaming design. One is that the creators of the computer game have invested a significant amount of time designing the game, making refinements to the game, and all of these require significant programming expertise. Additionally, one would hope that the essential learning components have been vetted through the certifying organizations and that the concepts have been conveyed effectively in the computer game itself. And certainly there are also development costs to the design. There are requirements to computer gaming. While the game may be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the assumption is that the students have access to a computer and that they also have access to reliable internet. So moving on to how computer gaming relates to medical modeling and simulation, there are some similarities. Both computer gaming and simulation involve standardized training and learning objectives in an environment that is presumably safe. There are no actual patients involved in the training. The goals are to enhance patient safety. The difference is, as one might imagine, computer gaming do not require the use of mannequins or task trainers. Computer gaming does not require any physical simulation center space or personnel. The entire educational experience is on a computer screen. Computer gaming is a required element for several life support resuscitation courses, such as basic life support, pediatric advanced life support, advanced cardiac life support, and neonatal resuscitation program, to name just a few. These resuscitation courses incorporate computer gaming elements into their online curricula that are a required training element ahead of any in-person instructional periods. In this example, for basic life support, the game involves a single responder with an AED. You can see on the right side of the screen that there's a timer that can display the elapsed time. The AED is also on the screen so that the student can select certain features with regard to what they want to do. In this ACLS example, the learner can read the text from the patient and other characters, and by selecting certain questions that they are wanting to ask the patient or the other characters, the responses then pop up on the screen. A monitor is also available, so when the student asks to see what the patient monitors look like and attach the appropriate leads, the screen will pop up with the appropriate vital signs monitors. You can also see that there's a screenshot of the patient's face in terms of assessing the patient. In this example from PALS, you can actually see on the right hand of the screen bag valve mask ventilation being performed, and the student would need to select the baseline oxygen flow rate as well as the ventilation rate. You can also see that depending on the tabs that are selected, they can move to doing chest compressions, examining the patient, reassessing the vitals that show up on the vital signs monitor. In this NRP example, and I apologize, the screen is rather blurry, the monitors are displayed as well as the equipment. So in this instance, the students have intubated the newborn infant and have applied the end-tidal CO2 color metric equipment to confirm endotracheal tube intubation. So, many healthcare organizations may also require additional routine training and continuing education or practice on these resuscitation skills, since research has demonstrated that skills degradation can occur within 3 to 6 months if those procedures are not performed consistently or often. As an example, the Defense Health Agency actually requires neonatal resuscitation and obstetric simulations on a quarterly basis. Some commercial products offer online resuscitation courses that may also have gaming platforms as part of their instructional material. So what does the future look like? Potentially, one might argue that the future is already here. Computer gaming is an essential component of resuscitation training. However, I could envision potentially virtual reality being incorporated into computer gaming such that the participant, the student, is now immersed in an environment in a 360-degree view. While the haptics, the touch, are not the same as in-person training on an actual mannequin, VR does have handheld components within the VR platform, which may be able to at least bring some additional sense of space and hands-on opportunities when doing resuscitation training. You can see from this example from a commercial company, Cimex, that actually came to our hospital not too long ago to provide a demonstration how the technology might be utilized in the hospital setting, within a field military environment, and also within emergency medical services settings. From an academic and scholarship perspective, the role of computer gaming and its effectiveness in teaching resuscitation skills requires additional research. Moreover, does the research support the rollout of computer gaming during initial and subsequent recertification training? What about ongoing skills maintenance, or both? Really, there's not a lot of research published in this area. And so potentially there is an opportunity for the future of computer gaming and simulation to be able to provide some scholarly work that may support this practice.